Blumhouse has been on my list to work with for quite a long time. I really admire what they've done at that company, what Jason's done, and the movies that they create. And I had heard a lot of good stuff about how their sets are and how everyone has a good time. And also, I hadn't done a horror movie like this before. I've been out to Eastern Europe and done a horror movie. I'd never done an American studio horror movie, and that was attractive to me. And it's a family story. It's the first time I played a dad in a movie. So that was a big step up for me, and I am a dad in my private life now, and there was a confluence of things that happened around the time that the project came in. And I love the practical effects that are in the movie. There isn't much CGI in this movie, and that was really attractive to me. And the movies that I grew up with that I enjoyed were very practical, and I think that makes it more scary. And I think this film is a scary film because it feels real and yeah, tactile. Max is probably the most centered person in the story, given that one of his daughters is a teenager and the other one makes friends with a funny-looking bear. And his wife in the movie, played by DeWanda, has her own history, and I think in the movie Max serves as a nice, stable person for them all to feel at ease with and calmer around, and it was nice for me to play that center of the movie. But then he makes the mistake of going on tour with his band, and so that emotional support is not there in the same way, and I think the movie starts to move in a scary direction. Yeah, I was excited to work with DeWanda as well. I'd seen her work in other things and had taken notice. She's a wonderful actress. But more than that, on a film like this, where you're in every single day and you're the lead of the cast and the crew, it's important, I think, that you have the right temperament and are capable of doing that, because it's not just about the acting. And I was happy to discover that DeWanda was just a fantastic leader of the cast and crew and knew her job in every single way, knew exactly what was required behind the scenes as well as in front of camera. And her character goes through a very extreme situation in the movie, and she carries it with aplomb. And is very, her character in the movie doesn't have children, and by her relationship with Max, children come into her life, and she's very a loving presence in the movie for Alice and Taylor. As much as Taylor pushes her away, I think she feels that, and you see their relationship change during the movie, which is really nice. Yeah, it's really fun to work with younger actors because they're in the first steps of their career. Having said that, both of them have been regulars on television shows and have a lot of experience at a young age. And I was really impressed with how professional they are, and not in a structured way, not in a way of like, this is how I have to behave. They just understand the job and turn up and do it. And there's nothing outside of that, which I really enjoy. Sometimes I have trouble with adult actors who there's lots of other extra stuff, and it's not just about doing the job. And actually, it's not just about doing the job. We had a really fun time, and they're able to switch between the seriousness of the job and acting, but then also have a good time and be a real person in the world. So that was really fun, and just fun to see. There's a moment in the movie where Tegan is really upset, and I comfort her, and just to see the skill of how she just turned it on, and it was not fake. She was chatting to me one moment, and then in this really emotional moment the next. And the same with Pyper. I mean, they're both so capable, and it was really fun for me to watch them both do such great work in the movie, and I'm really excited for them, actually. Jeff is a movie fan, and a big fan of entertainment and entertaining audiences, and wants to bring that. That's what comes off of him when you're working with him. And I'm of the mind that we are there to entertain. We are there to entertain the audience, give them a good time, especially with a movie like this. And anything that adds to that is encouraged on Jeff's set. And also it's a very egalitarian set, so best idea wins. Anyone who comes in and wants to make something better, then it will be listened to. And I also like that. He's not dictatorial in his directing. He's very warm and approachable. And yeah, you just feel like he's doing it for the right reasons, basically. There's a scene towards the end of the movie where most of the cast are in it, and we're all doing something a little bit different. And that was fun, because everyone has a journey in the movie. And then by the end of the movie, everyone is slightly changed in different ways. And to play that scene at the end, which will be obvious when the audience sees the movie, was pretty fun, because I got to do something that I hadn't done before, and relate to the characters in a different way, and that was fun. And then also just any family scenes are just fun, you know, like scenes with all of us together where we're just being a family yeah, it's nice. I haven't done much working with younger actors, so that was just really lovely. Yeah, playing a dad. I would describe Imaginary as one scary bear. Real emotional childhood. No, I don't think so. If I'm very honest, I think I blocked a lot of my childhood out for different reasons. So I don't remember, and my wife thinks this is like pretty nuts. She's like, you don't remember anything? I was like, no, but are you supposed to in your 40s? I don't know, maybe more people do, but I remember certain things, but I don't remember ever having any kind of imaginary friend. But as I do have a 2-year-old now, and he is becoming more aware of the world and things around him, I definitely am seeing how children can be very scary. and just in how, because it's something about like, when a child wakes up in the middle of the night and is crying, which has happened, it's kind of terrifying, because also when they're younger, they can't talk to you, so they can't tell you what's wrong. That's really scary, actually. It's generally a simple thing that you can fix, but you have to figure out what that is, and there's a panic that can come with trying to fix or help your child. And I can see how a year or two from now, when my son is able to talk, it could be even worse. Because he'll be panicking, and then he'll say something terrifying, and then I won't know what to do. I think it'd be pretty similar to Chauncey. Or actually, my son likes crocodiles, and there's something really creepy about crocodiles. And their big smiling mouths and lots of teeth, and especially like cartoon crocodiles, which would be like a cuddly toy. So yeah, I think a crocodile plushie. I think it's important to see Imaginary in theatres, because the communal experience of going to the cinema is only made better by seeing movies with other people. Because you like to feed off other people's reactions, and it's like when someone laughs in a room, you feel more comfortable with laughing. So when someone is watching a horror film like Imaginary and they get scared, they're not embarrassed to be scared if there's other people in the room who are also scared. And then it becomes fun. And then it becomes like a roller coaster. And I think that's what horror movies do really well. And I had described the Blumhouse movies as theme park rides, because to me that's what they are. You go in and you start chugging along at the beginning, and then you go up the slope and you're learning all the things along the way, and then you just get dropped off a cliff and you go through the loop and everything. And this movie absolutely 100% does that. It takes you on a journey, and you do a lot of loops before you reach the end. Fundamentally, I hope everyone's very entertained. I think that's the whole point of a movie like this, is that it's a lot of fun, and that you you laugh at yourself with some of the scares, and you jump and then you laugh afterwards, because it's like the nervous laughter of being scared. I think this movie harkens back to like 80s horror movies. It has like something about it that is very grounded. It goes to some very wild places, but at its heart, it's a really grounded emotional story. And I think if we grab the audience's emotions at the beginning, we can take them anywhere. And I think this movie achieves that, and it's fun. I think ultimately you should come away feeling like you've been on a fun theme park ride, and you want to see more.